Hi everyone, my name is Joel and I'll be your opening host for today. So now today's webinar is on predictive maintenance solutions and we have three speakers with us today. We were supposed to have four speakers, but apparently our last speaker, Halim, he was down with a fever. So Ryan will be taking over his portion. I'll be introducing Ryan. He's the Regional Business Development Manager. Ryan, would you like to say hi?
Hi guys.
Hi Ryan. Next will be Eastern. She's the Product Development Manager.
Hello everyone.
Hi Asian. Thanks for joining. We actually have one more special guest with us. He's the Channel Sales Manager from Actility. He's called Shmil Solomon. And Shmil, would you like to say hi to everyone too?
Yes, hello everybody. Thank you
Hi,
for
Shmil.
having me. Hello.
Thank you for your time too. Okay, without further ado, let's invite our first speaker, Ryan, to begin the presentation. Ryan, take it away.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar. Good afternoon and good morning. I understand some of you are very busy on this moment, so I would like to share a little bit of the importance of the predictive maintenance in the IoT world, right? So as you all may know, there are more and more equipments are being set up and being monitored, and maintenance is not something new. It has been going on for many centuries already. So why it has become more focused and more important, especially in the IoT sector. If you look at the Gartner charts as shown here, okay, Gartner have predicted that in a year up to 2025 to 2027, the market size for maintenance is about 25.2% growth, and you get about 19 billions, right? So as you can see, the market sizing is growing very big already. The maintenance has become more important. And with the technology advancements like IoT devices and also the analytic like AI, and have become the part of the play maintenance. That's why we have something called predictive maintenance, right? Okay. So if you look at the traditional method on this maintenance is in the past, a lot of manufacturing owner, how they do maintenance is they have the by schedule every month, you know, they will go down to their equipment to check, or they will go by their run hours, right? To see whether the equipment has hit their run hour, is it time to maintain. A more oldest method is they just max out their equipment until it is shut down, or only they will do the maintenance. So those are very traditional method to do the maintenance. But in the digital factory world, or in the IR 4.0 world, we have transformed the way of being maintained. So for example, as you can see here, we can help to remote monitor the machines and manage the management tasks. For example, we can put the IoT sensor in play, and then we can do some analytic and tell, hey, it's time to do maintenance, all right? And also, because we are using wireless sensors and everyone is having the mobile phones, and immediately they can get alerts if that the machines is going to be down, or in a high level alerts, right? So with some visualizations of data, and with the help of data analytic, the maintenance guys will able to see, hey, what's wrong with the machines? Is it wear and tear situations? Do we need to replace parts and all that? So with those informations, they can quickly take the actions, so to reduce the downtime for the productions, right? Let's look into the type of maintenance, right? As I mentioned earlier. So Deloitte has shut down three types of maintenance, which is reactive, which in the past, they just max out the equipment. So they just let it run until it die off, right? Then we change the whole parts. So the challenge is you will damage the whole equipment, right? Then you have unforeseen downtime, and you have a higher maintenance cost on this. As for the planned maintenance, we call it scheduled maintenance. For example, every month or every 2 weeks or every month, we do the maintenance. But what are the challenge? There will be an increased replacements cost over the time, and you need to prepare the additional spare part on hand. And you will have a lot of scheduling to do the maintenance. As your equipment increase, your plan time has to be increased as well. Okay, and the last one is proactive. So today's webinar, we're gonna talk more on the proactive type of maintenance, which means it will be ongoing maintenance. It will be monitoring, right? So in proactive maintenance, we are talk more on the preventive. right? Instead, I mean talking about predictive instead of just preventive. So in predictive, with the AI help, with the AI technology, we are actually able to let user know, hey, this equipment is gonna down soon, so you need to do some action. The software also has the capability to tell you, hey, it's gonna down soon. This is the latest schedule maintenance you need to do. So those are the things are able to do for the proactive types of maintenance. Okay, so why the predictive maintenance has become more and more popular and more in demand? It's because it's able to help you to reduce the cost of the unplanned downtime, and also help you to reduce the needed manpower to oversee the equipments, right? So most of the company, they have implemented the predictive maintenance. They foresee that there will be decreased cost and also decrease in the downtime period for this maintenance scheduling. So the maintenance department has played a role in the financial side of a point of view already. All right. So those are the benefit of the predictive maintenance. I believe most of the audience here today really understand the importance of predictive maintenance. So now I will change to the next speaker to explain more what we are providing today. Back to you, Joel.
So next up, we have Ijan, who will be sharing with you the predictive maintenance solution. To you now, Ijan.
Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Ijan from Advantech, and today I'm going to introduce you the intelligent predictive maintenance solution for rotating machinery. Okay, first of all, I want to introduce the whole structure that the solution Advantech provides. Advantech provides a total solution from edge to cloud, supporting our users in realizing the equipment management, report management, and also the station operation. Okay, so iMachine solutions cover 5 main areas, including the machine condition monitoring, the performance management, the enterprise asset management, the prognosis and health management, and the situation center. And today we're going to focus on the PHM part, which is an AI-based solution that analyzing the machine health status according to the industry's experts' knowledge. So in brief, I will introduce iMachine PHS solution as a total solution focused on rotor predictive maintenance. We provide the real-time and also the next 7 days prediction of the machine health index. The index includes the ISO 10816 and also the degrading level. As a result, the inference result may be used as a critical reference for the resources allocation, and we can finally proactive enabling the data-driven management strategy. Okay, so this is the wireless package provided by Advantech. The wireless solution is for rotating machinery, and it is target to be an easily implemented and maintained package. The hardware, the firmware, and the software are all designed to prevent the wiring and the complex environmental restrictions. So the lousy integration is then eliminated, ensuring the user convenience of implementation. The wireless, as you can see the structure, the wireless sensor is responsible for the vibration data collection, and we use the LoRaWAN gateway to transfer the data to the edge computing server. In this case, we can deliver these functions for you, including the multi-sensor management, the vibration data monitoring, the rotor's health index, which includes both ISO standards and the degrading level. And we can also provide you the anomaly inspection and data visualization. And we also support the cloud synchronization for your further usage. Okay, here we can look into the sensor more. This is intelligent wireless vibration sensor WISE2410 manufactured by Advantech. With the wireless design, the construction team does not have to consider the cabling or other physical challenge. Quite simple the implementation process for the system integration partner. On the other hand, the energy saving design enables the battery to last for about 1 year, and this eliminates the sensor management loadings a lot. On the other way, the LoRaWAN signals are also capable of long-time distance signal transformation. So for example, we can expect a 5 meters indoor transformation in an indoor scenario. Okay, so why we're using the vibration signals? Because the vibration signals can reflect about 60% of the common machine faults. For example, the machine unbalance, the misalignment, or the gear wearing issues. And the vibration signal is also a leading indicator for the predictive maintenance reference. The electricity and temperature signal can also be introduced to refine the monitoring results afterward. Here we can see the standard vibration sensor installation method for different types of machines. The common target includes the manufacturing usage pump, the air compressor, the conveyor, and the other machines on this slide. Okay, considering the application part, we usually will suggest the user to mounting the sensor vertically and sticking to the machine bearing to gather the most precise vibration data. Then the PHM module will be able to develop precise analysis results according to the vibration features. Okay, so what is the data structure, the data transformation structure for iMachine PHM? Okay, so as I said before, the sensor will be responsible for the vibration data collection, but then all the signals will be calculated into 8 vibration features over 3 axes. And combining with the temperature data, we will transfer the 25 feature value to the edge computing server through the LoRaWAN gateway. Okay, and at the edge computing server, we will provide 3 main functions, including the data cleaning, the model training, and also the AI inference. Okay, as the server receives all the feature data from the gateway, the data cleaning task can work automatically with the standardized data input. And moreover, the PHM model does not need the full data to establish a new AI model for each machine. We only need the healthy vibration data from the target machine to refine the pre-trained and installed model. So hence, our users can expect the inference result in about 2 weeks after the system implementation. And based on this is why we can claim Advantech PHM solution as a ready-to-go AI solutions. If you have any further usage, we also support the platform integration and also the data visualization to meet your managing requirements. Okay, so how do the model works? So users of iMachine PHM solutions can depend on the healthy index to manage their machines. But what is the healthy index? The first index is the ISO 10816. This is the global standard for machine vibration signal monitoring. So according to the index, the motor status will be identified as good, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, and unacceptable. The criteria depends on the machine size. So in this case, the inference machine status can appropriately reflect the real situation of the machine. Okay, the second index is the degrading level. The degrading level is the AI index defined as the machinery operating status compared with the healthy machine. The degrading level could distinguish the machine into healthy, light degrading, medium degrading, and high degrading levels. And we also have the suggestion of the threshold settings, which is from 0 to 4. However, the managers can set their own range to fit the maintenance strategy. So let me explain more than how you can use this index. The index could be applied to improve the maintenance efficiency. For example, the critical usage machine should undergo an inspection at a light degrading level to prevent the serious damage. On the other hand, we can ignore the non-critical flexibilities unless it is at a high degrading level. So in this case, we can make good use of the resource. Okay, this is this slide is talking about the real cases. Our real cases is covering plants like petrochemical plants, PCB plants, semiconductor manufacturing plants, and also steel plants and other cases. Okay, the model has been verified over machines like pump used in the production line, the air extractor, the air compressor, and so on. We're meeting the different requirements from different plants. And we will recommend that some factors are as very suitable for introducing the PHM solution. So, for example, the factors facilitated with old machines, or the inspection scenario is quite complex, especially if you have a lot of new employees and you are facing a lot of different type of machines, then you can really consider the PHM solutions. Okay, for the manager responsible for the continuous production line can also benefits from the PHM solutions, because they can save a lot of time from the long time machine monitoring works. Okay, so this is the dashboard we provide. The first one is the overall machine status dashboard. The dashboard will update in every 10 minutes as a default value, but you can set your own refreshing time. The user can adjust the update frequency according to their own requirements. As you can see, on the left-hand side, it is the warning event for the risk managing reference. It will monitor over all the machine fault events. And all the motor index is also presented on the right-hand side, include both the healthy index, and we'll present the machine level at different colors too. So this institutional design could help the managers quickly focus on the really critical issues. And this is the machine status dashboard that focus on one machine. So the manager can refer the details according to this dashboard. So here we can see we can find the real-time machine status, which also updates in every 10 minutes. And for the users not familiar with the meaning of the index, we provide a relative chart to illustrate the real situation of the machine on the left-hand side. And the manager can find the last 24 hours trend chart for both the ISO standards and the degrading level index. So this can enable the manager to understand if there is any emergency issues that need to be handled. And also, after the inspection, the maintenance result could also be reflected for the manager's reference on the trend chart. Okay, while allocating the resources, the managers must consider the index prediction results for the next 7 days, which also present on the right-hand side. This is the starter kit package provided by both Actility and Advantech. And this starter kit, we provide one vibration sensor and LoRaWAN gateway. We also provide you 3 months of subscription to the PHM solutions, and also 3 months subscription to the ThinkPower Enterprise SaaS service. Okay, so let's go through the successful story in a brief way. One of the successful cases happens in a steel plant, because the manager is suffering from the high costs to the production line, which caused by the unexpected machine failure. Okay, the factory implement the PHM solution to keep the production line stable, and also they want to extend the use base of the expensive machines. So through the PHM solutions, our users can overview all the machines at one stop and set their own index threshold according to their management strategy. And the system also enables the experts to conduct the diagnosis remotely according to the history feature and the future index data. Okay. Our system also notify our managers to immediately handle all the situations if something went wrong. Okay. As a result, we successfully eliminate the on-site inspection necessity. According to the PHM system, the maintenance crew only needs to conduct 2 inspections tasks over the 10 months, and the crew member can also. But in the traditional way, the crew member needs to conduct the inspection like in a monthly basis. So this really significantly improved the management efficiency. Okay. On the other hand, one ignored issue is also found out by our system, which is not which is ignored on the inspections. So we successfully prevent the machine from unplanned failure. Okay. Another case is happens in the semiconductor manufacturing plant. So, in this plant, having a machine fail it can cause a great deal of loss because the stable quality demand and also the high value of the products. And the machine maintenance crews are really struggle to ensure the production line. They need to ensure that the line works continuously. So this means the long time monitoring and precise inspection for the crew member. So we apply the PHM solution to the air constructors, extractors, the fans, the water pumps, and the air compressors and other facilities, which can strongly affect the production line if something went wrong. Okay, and in this case, we also successfully reduce the inspection times. And we also find out that at the end of this project, the EI matrix has really good performance with the accuracy at about 97%. So why we were using iMachine PHM solutions? Because the one of the advantages is we are using the unsupervised AI algorithm, which based on the healthy vibration data from the target machines. So we don't need to collect the full data. We only need to use the healthy data, which can collect it within 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, our users can expect the inverse results. And our user also benefits from the hardware and software integrated package. So using this package, they can skip all the long process of the feasibility studies. And according to our success stories, you can tell that our model is having a really good performance and reaching a high accuracy. So this is a reliable system for the managers to manage all their machines. And the last but the also important point is the PHM solutions supports the model retraining. Once the physical environment changes around the sensors or the machines, the manager can refine the model without the support from the product team. So this gives the manager quite to manage their own systems with the flexibility. Okay, so this is my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Next, we have Shmuel from Actility who will share with you more about the LoRaWAN networks.
Okay. Thank you, Joel and Advantech for having invited Actility to this webinar. Actility, we are happy working together with you and bring forward our common solutions into place to the industry in Asia. So with a short introduction about myself, so my name is Shmuel Solomon. I am a sales manager working in Actility, and I am based in Paris. My email is just here, so I encourage you to get in touch with me directly on any of your questions or with regards to Advantech, Actility, PDM solutions, and in general. So Actility, so who is Actility? Actility is a global software company providing IoT network connectivity. If you wish, we are the mediation layer that glues the physical world, so sensors, the Advantech WISE 2410, and people through application dashboard, so the WISE Pass and PHM solutions. We also provide IoT geolocation solutions through our Abiway subsidiary. But this is not in the scope of this discussion. Actility main business, so IoT connectivity, wireless WAN. Actility enable operators and utilities companies to provide global and public wireless network connectivity, as well as to industrial enterprises who wish to benefit from a private wireless IoT network. So those which want to have a private, independent network, wireless, not dependent on a global operator to have the solution installed on site, not on public cloud and so forth. Private wireless network. So a bit of the challenges and the pain points we see. So IoT sector leaders tell us today they are worried they face too many obstacles to offer new solutions to their customers, and that their customers are also anxious due to expensive operating costs. Among the main reasons for that are the fact they are still bound, I would say, to offer non-autonomous power and wired solutions. So like the ones that you see on the screen. Though I'm not so sure, that's also not something you have identified. Fair to say? IoT sector leaders also tell us that if they move to other IoT wireless solutions, they face different problems. So it's a bit of a technical jargon here, but not so much. Although they did test different solutions or a mix of hardware and software recognized solutions like the Wi-Fi protocol, they have encountered a lot of failures. So if we take, for example, a very known protocol like the Wi-Fi, has a poor wall penetration and coverage, plus no support for micro diversity, means there is only one single point of a connectivity for the gateway. You cannot have several ones and redundant solutions. Or if we take the M-Bus, I'm sure you're probably more expert than me on these ones, which has a limited ecosystem offering, is a very metering centric and all generation type of radio frequency IoT network. So although often people tell me all is going well, in reality, they face many challenges to offer new industrial solutions like the one with we are working with Advantech. So to help them overcome these challenges, we offered to them to move to a low power and long range solution, namely the LoRaWAN. So low power, long range. You do not expect to push data videos and big information of data in this type of protocol. But for use cases like predictive maintenance, this is the best solution you can have. Long range, low power. Basically, to explain what LoRaWAN is in a couple of words, for those who are not familiar with, LoRaWAN is a low power wide area network, a type of wireless telecommunication network that allows connected devices, so namely the WISE2410, to have long-range communication capabilities at a low bit rate, which is typically used in asset monitoring and management in smart cities, and of course, an industrial Internet of Things deployment, like the case of a PDM with Advantech. So why LoRaWAN is the best wireless technology for predictive maintenance solutions? So operation managers and industrial leaders tell us that because it is easy to deploy, long range and indoor. For our case, it can be indoor, but of course it can be leveraging both use cases around outdoor if machines are outside or indoor. It provides reliable connection, so micro diversity. It means a full coverage and not depending on one single access point. And network investment can be amortized over various verticals, such as predictive maintenance, but at the same time, additional use cases like asset tracking or environmental monitoring in your facilities. Okay, so temperature, humidity, energy, harvesting, and so forth. So along with the rich ecosystem and availability of end products to ensure return on investment of network deployment, it also provides a highly secured communication protocol. So the LoRaWAN standard is very secured. In the alliance, we have companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, and so forth that are contributing to this kind of standard, which are open, but nevertheless very industrial type of network connectivity. Okay, so for the PDM solution, and for those who regard security and data ownership as an essential criteria to operate on a network, the ThinkPark Enterprise, which is the product that Actility has integrated into the PDM solution, our network server, our connectivity solution for the enterprise is offered as embedded solution in Advantech 2484 Advanced Server. Okay, so the offering removes this bundle, this embedded solution offering removes all IT, IS troubles and worries of what is the best server to install for predictive maintenance, how to configure, how to connect the objects, and more. No problem to know number of core of CPUs or RAM and so forth. It is all pre-configured on Advantech server. Of course, alternatively, the solution can also be offered on a public or private cloud deployments. So this is depends on your preference and the way you want to move on. But our suggestion is for starter packs and for testing, both to reduce the cost and the effort that is involved in such proof of concept and a trial. To work at the beginning on a cloud. It can be a public cloud and so on. So you don't need to worry about the installation and so forth. But for real deployment, we do suggest to take a private local network server from Actility installed on the Advantech 2484. Sorry. Okay, you have seen that slide as well. So this is the 2484 server and 2 deployments. So on the right side, on-premise, on the left side is SaaS. So my last slide is to show a little bit of the flow. So IoT projects are complex and expensive, can be. Lack of standardization and complex technical integration are crucial negative contributors to IoT project failure. We've seen that in the past. So Actility and Advantech have worked together to remove all these pain points and roadblockers, offering you a complete pre-integrated single vibration monitoring solution. If you wish, we call it a turnkey solution, leaving you to focus on what you do best, okay, while we provide the service and the equipment for you. In this flow, the Advantech WISE 2410 submits rotating machines data in a wireless way, which are captured by the Advantech WISE 6610 indoor gateway. Next, they are pushed to the on-premise local network server from Actility, embedded or not embedded on a Advantech network server, which forwards the message in a transparent way to the WISE-PaaS application dashboard. So when I say transparent way, it means that in this slide you can see that there are what we call IoT drivers that you don't need to know or to implement a solution to decode or to understand or to do the abstraction layer of the messages themselves. It is all done on the network server and pushed to the WISE-PaaS application in a transparent way. What you see is the information that is required by your operating managers. You don't care about the technical integration because it's already there. So through this pre-integrated simplified flow, site administrators manage in real time any abnormal situation of their rotating machines by taking the necessary corrective actions, as Judy explained. No IoT expertise nor on-site machine visit is required. A complete automatic process, leaving by far high operating expenses behind, as Ryan explained. So thank you very much. Again, my name is Shmuel Solomon from Actility, based in Paris, and I'm very happy to work with Advantech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shmuel, for your valuable time and presentation. Lastly, let us invite Ryan again to share with you more about the PHM Starter Kit.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Shmuel. I think in the group chats, a lot of asking, do we doing a package? How much is the software and solutions? So we have been working with Actility, and we have come out a PHM Starter Kit, and I will explain a little bit of the Starter Kit and what do we have on here, right? So in this Starter Kit, we will provide one unit of the vibration sensor. All right. In the latest slide, I will talk a little bit about our vibration sensor. And we also will provide the gateway. It has to come together as a set because you need the gateway to do the connectivity. Okay. And also we will provide a 3-month subscriptions on the cloud for the PHM services for the 2 channels of the sensors. And also we will provide the Actility subscription for the LoRa network service. Okay. Let's go into the vibration sensors. I think earlier speaker did not talk about the vibration sensor, so I'm going to touch a little bit of the sensors. So our sensor is ISO based and in using LoRa technology, right? So inside we are using 3-axis detections, and it is battery powered. So it do not need external power to power up the sensors, unlike the traditional sensor. So it's power battery, so you can put anywhere in, even at the difficult places of your equipment, right? Okay. So as mentioned earlier, we are following the ISO standard. So in our ISO standard 10816-3, there are 4 types of class. It depends how big is your motors, right? Then it will determine whether it's in good conditions or unacceptable conditions or in a satisfactory conditions. So in this ISO, you have clarified what is the watt for the motors to determine the class, right? So we support all these 4 classes. And in our sensor, actually, we give 24 parameters in our sensor. So we don't give FFT value. We directly give the calculated value, all right? Such as the velocity, the accelerations, the XYZ, the Curtis value, the Chris factor, and the deviations standard values as well. Okay. To further explain how our sensor works is, so of course, our sensor will be in a deep sleep mode to conserve the energy when it's not sending out data. Once it's awake, we will analyze the sampling data, right? Our sampling rate is about 6,600 Hertz. Okay, so the sensors will take about 4,000 over sample data of the FFT value. From the FFT value, we actually calculated and we will produce the domain value. Then we will come out in the calculation feature. So all these parameters will be given through the gateway. So all this data will be updated. I am sure you saw the one of the speaker slide. This sensor is support approximately about maximum 30 kilometer in the line of sight. We also support, in some scenario, it support 100 to 500 meter, depending how your installation works like. For inside building, we can support up to 10 to 150 meters. Okay, so when all these steps are done, it will go back to sleep mode to conserve the energy, to conserve the battery usage. Depends on the interval that you send and the bandwidth that you use in the LoRa bandwidth. The battery life actually can last at least for 2 years. Okay. Now let's go for the type of installation. So for this sensor, we actually have 3 types of installation mode. So for the standard package, we will give you the stud mount, which is the screw type. You can have an optional type, which is the magnetic base, which means there's no need to drill any hole on the motors. Just connect to the magnetic base and you just plug it into the motors. We did receive some feedback that whether this magnetic is strong enough to hold, when your motor is moving. We can assure you this magnet is really, really strong. You need at least like 2 hand and strong force to remove the sensors out. The last one is the acetate metal base, which we will give the stick on the motor type. Okay. And our sensor suitable to install in whether it is vertically or horizontally. Okay. And one of new product we have just launched is the explosion-proof LoRaWAN sensors. So for those you have projects for the oil and gas, there's a very sensitive area, such as you need to be in a C1, D2 area or ATEX 2 area, then our sensors is suitable to apply in those zones. Okay. Now we will touch a little bit on the Actility, the LoRaWAN network server. Actility network servers are very strong in these services, so they can connect to multiple of the different sensor type. So we work with Actility, with Advantech of our hardware. We can connect directly into their network. And one thing good about the Actility LoRa network server is they can manage over more than 2,000 units of sensors, right? Without needed to worry whether it is able to sustain so many of a sensor unit or not. Okay, you can do real-time monitoring. One thing also, Actility provide the data device management also as well. So you will see whether it is being connected to the sensor, what is the battery level, and etc. Okay, and Actility work together with Advantech. We provide the PHMs, the AI analytic vibration software as well. So just to give you the view how it's look like, so the Actility software is pretty much straightforward. You just go to the list and select the model Advantech sensors, then immediately it will get connected. Okay. And these items are on the cloud portion, is on the SaaS, right? We also work with Actility to have the on-premise versions because we understand some projects are very sensitive, cannot go cloud, need to be on-prem. So we do have versions for the on-premise kits as well. Okay, so this will be end of my presentations, Joel.
With that, our webinar has come to an end and hope you had a great time and stay safe.